So Baisley to Budinger, guides that into the offside, forward a square, Stewart running on it. Think about the second. The Foxes, Baisley now bowls to Patel. It's a short ball, and he's just sort of gently tennised that into the offside.
Just clears mid-off, and they'll go down to the boundary for 4 runs. I think it was Joey Everson there at mid-off, and it clears him, and it's a welcome boundary for Leicestershire.
Congratulations, Michelle, there. He has been bowling a tight line, but that one's gone down the leg side. When he's been bowling, isn't it, very tight on middle and off. He's just trying to work it away in the offside, but straight to the fielder.
So if the commentator's curse actually does work, I'm now, and they will come back for the second. I think it's Joey Everson coming in off the long on boundary, and there'll be 2 runs there. Budinger back on strike.
Stewart will field that on the leg side boundary, but again, it's just the one, and not really timed by Patel either. So 37 from him, 63 from Budinger. Again, looked like low part of the bat from Budinger. Basically doing something out there. He's getting some movement out there, which is just deceiving the batters enough to stop the boundary. Well, it'll be at least 4. 1 bounce, I think, just inside the rope from Rishi Patel, who moves on to 41. Sol Budinger at the other end has 64.
This time, well, he went back, tried to club him over Alex Blake. Blake had to backpedal a little bit, but didn't get it all. Budinger raises his eyes to the heavens, and Matt Parkinson's first ball, which it has to be said was a little bit of a long hop.
Paul miscues it, doesn't find the fielder, comes through for 1, but again it's another 4-stroke.
Back goes Patel, pulls the short ball, and this time he has got it away, has timed it out towards deep mid-wicket for 4. That was a genuine long hop from Matty Parkinson, and unlike Sol Budinger before him, Rishi Patel got all of it, went back, waited for it. He always looks a graceful player, even when he's pulling it hard out into the offside, and that is the single he needed for his 50. Slog swept, top edge, should be caught at deep backward square, is Hill. Went for the slog sweep, didn't really put his full weight into the shot, top edged it rather, and it went a long way out to deep backward square, but more or less straight.
Oh, and it's gone back, and there's the wicket. Again, Kadri deserves that. He really does deserve that. He should have already had a wicket in this game, and he's induced yet another full shot, and this time Rishi Patel can only push that one straight back to Kadri. He takes the court and bowl.
Hanscom rocks at the back foot. That's a lovely shot. Deftly cut in behind square. He'll come back for a comfortable 2. 1-4-2 for 3 then.
Could pick up maybe even 4 there, and it is going to be 4. Blake had a long way to run from long gone around to deep mid wicket, couldn't quite make it.
He fields now, so it comes back. No, it's Baisley, beg your pardon, just couldn't see him on a pillar of the marquee there.
Into the offside, they run the first quickly. Once the second, they're not going to get the second. Kadri in off the boundary. There's a couple of leaves blow into our faces, and there's 1 run there.
And that we do know England are playing tomorrow at 8:30 against Nigeria, but it's been a tournament that's been more full of shocks than I would have expected. Beautifully just bisects the 2 fielders back with a square on the offside, and that's 4 more runs, and this is an ominous partnership from a Kent point of view now.
And Paul, and it's gone
all the way
flat for a 6. We'd seen it, I think, 2 or 3 balls earlier when VM Mulder went for the big pull shot. That one was nearly caught. This one, well,
was that Moyes' hand to it at backward? Boy, it did get a hand to it, slowed it down en route to towards the offside boundary. In comes a sweeper. Ackerman picks up a couple. That's his 50, I think. And
he's played it. Colin Ackerman, has tucked it fine enough past the man at what, short?
Well, that one's a full toss, low full toss, and that's gone high though, and that'll be 6 just to the left-hand side.
Baisley, who is in to Mulder, who's clipping him high out to deep mid-wicket, and he's caught. So, in the end, Mulder, Blade, Baisley is in to Kimber, who is hitting high and long, but he should be caught. Oh, it isn't. It is a 6 off the first ball. He just got enough on it there. To Kimber, who is again underneath it, this time out towards deep mid-wicket. 1 bounce for 4. So, Louis Kimber, you've let yourself down. You've let your team down, your school down by only hitting it for a 4 instead of a 6 second ball. Kimber is driving like a bullet straight back past him. Can Leaning get there? He didn't get there. I thought he was going to. Reach down with his left hand.
At the end of this over, when you do the commentary, well, it's a pull away from Compton. He's not timed that again. It's high on the bat, and they'll just get a single. Perhaps went a little bit higher than he wanted, but it's gone for 4 down through third. And he's worked it down there.
Sure, he should have enough, I think. No, it is actually pulled in. It was back down the ground, and it's actually very good fielding. I think so.
Yeah, I don't think it's out.
In there, they've gone. Oh, and he's given. It's been given. It's been given.
Jack,
I mean, Jack Leaning is not disputing it. He's walking off.
Just at 18, Josh Hull bowls now to Compton. Tries to get into that one immediately, standing and delivering to a ball just off the back of a length.
By the captain, Lewis Hill, who sprinted across to his right, flung himself to his right and got one hand underneath.
And that's
what
taken.
a catch.
I think that is
what
taken.
A catch.
And yes,
brilliant catch. Walker is in, bowls short outside off stump, spars away Everson, and he's gone, caught behind. Well, bounced on him, left him, perhaps.
This time Baisley does getting into it, creams it through the covers. There's a dive in. No. Parries it all round the post and into and over the boundary line.
Goes in and bowls edge just short. There's an appeal for leg before. He's gone. He's been given leg before. Well, looks somewhat nonplussed there, James Baisley. He was a biggish stride. So enjoying it here, goes in and bowls edged, just wide of the reaching Ackerman at first, slip off the back foot by Stewart. He was fending away really there. And bowls, Stewart hits high and long and straight for 6. Lovely shot from Stewart, picked up and lofted. Well, you said, Mitchell, that he loves to. Is in to Stewart, short, cut off the back foot out to the sweeper on the extra cover boundary. One is taken, Mulder.
Midships. Again, that sort of delivery, which is really tucking up the Kent batters, just didn't seem to be there when they were bowling. Leicestershire dominated with the bat. 380 for 5. Kent, and his hole to Blake, and that is, well, that's the double-handed backhand, that one, isn't it? Swung up through long on.
To Stewart, who hits high out to deep mid wicket for 6.
Indeed so.
Oh, gentlemen. Walker is in. Stewart hits high up into the air again. This time he could be caught at third man. Hull himself is underneath it and he takes the catch. Walker, the bowler, young Hull, can now go to his captain and say, that's how to do it. Skip.
As Hull bowls to Kadri, and it's just clipped into the onside for a single. Blake has 21, Kadri has 3.
A knee niggle, short, edged for 4. From Walker, outside off stump, spar.
Mulder bowls to Kadri, that gets lift and it gets the edge and it's through to the wicket keeper, and Kent are 8 down. And not long now, you feel, as Kadri goes. It's another beautiful delivery by Mulder.
Walker is in, outside off stump, and is he caught behind? Yes, he is. Gilchrist threw the bat at it. Hanscom went up straight away. Walker has a 5 for Gilchrist. Walker is in, bowl short, edge caught, and the game is over. Bounce, took the edge, and it was fended by Matty Parkinson straight into the hands of Colin Ackerman, and Leicestershire have won in some spectacular style. All out for 160.